Hello everyone, and welcome to our full video review for the ASUS GL753. To start things off, we need to go over the specs of the laptop. We'll kick things off with the CPU, which is a brand new Intel i7-7700HQ Kaby Lake. The GPU inside is the NVIDIA GTX 1050 Ti with 4GB of RAM with Optimus technology as well. The memory inside is 16GB of DDR4 at 2400 MHz. Storage inside is a 256GB M.2 SSD, and there's also a 1TB 5400 RPM hard disk drive. For connectivity, we have built-in Gigabit Ethernet LAN, integrated 802.11 AGNN wireless LAN, and Bluetooth 4.0. It's powered by a 4-cell smart lithium-ion battery pack, and it also has a 1.2 megapixel HD camera above the 17.3-inch FHD anti-glare matte type screen at the resolution of 1920 by 1080. On the left side of the device, there's the AC power adapter port, RJ45 port, HDMI port, mini display port, 2 USB 3.0 ports, 1 USB Type-C port, and a combo headphone microphone port. On the right-hand side, there's 1 USB 3.0 port and 1 USB 2.0 port, an 8X DVD-RW CDRW Super Multi-Combo drive, and the Kensington lock. And on the front, there's actually a SD card reader. Taking a look at the internals of the laptop, you can see the whole device is actually cooled by a single fan, which does a good job both at cooling and keeping noise levels down while under gaming situations. The two copper pipes go over both the GPU and the CPU, and then right here up front we have this vertically mounted M.2. This is your solid state drive. Right next to it, you have the hard disk drive for more storage. This is the 1TB drive. And then right here, actually, it doesn't have the cover over it, but this is the SD card reader that would enter from the front. Two speakers down at the very bottom. Underneath this flap, you can see there's one stick of memory right there, and there's an open slot available, so you could easily expand the memory of this machine. We have upgrades available for that if you want to add more to get this a little bit more power. You have the DVD drive right here, and then up top you have this wireless card, and then along the very top is the battery pack that powers the device. The GL753 features a fully backlit keyboard that includes a full number pad too. The keys have nice feedback while under typing and gaming, with a small amount of flex on the surface but nothing to really be bothered about. The touchpad has a smooth matte finish and good feedback. Left and right click functionality is built into the bottom of the touchpad and are not standalone buttons. But the entire touchpad is active and has no dead zones, which is great to see. Included in the box with the GL753 is a user guide and warranty information, a soft cleaning cloth from ASUS, and the included power cables. The weight of the device alone is exactly 6 pounds, and if you want to bring along the power brick and cable, it will take it up to a total of 7.4 pounds. The battery life of the laptop, with the screen brightness set to 50% and the battery saver mode turned on, you can expect anywhere from around 4 to 5 hours of use time while running basic tasks like documents and web browsing. Getting out our infrared gun to see what the temperatures of the laptop are like while gaming, you can actually see that the very front and surface of the laptop doesn't really get too hot at all. In fact, these are very mild temperatures, I would say, overall. Turning the laptop to look at the left-hand side, you can see this is where all of the air is actually dispersed out of the laptop. It's a little bit warmer here where the radiator's at, but really it's still pretty cool. Next, we got out our decibel meter to get some readings to see how loud the machine is while gaming. Up front, we had readings of around 43 where you'd be sitting. Right up in front of the laptop, we had readings of 51 decibels. Then moving our meter up to the left-hand side where all of the air is coming out of the laptop, we had readings of 64 decibels. Moving on to our benchmarks, we started things off with Firestrike, which scored 6,707, which is better than 46% of all machines that have ran this test. Nothing that's super amazing, but that's because it's a 1050 inside of it and not a bigger card. Our next test was with Cinebench. The OpenGL score was 85 FPS, which is actually decent. And the CB score was 722 for the CPU, which is, of course, an improvement over previous Skylake processors. You can see how it stacks up on the left. Next, we ran a Crystal Diskmark score for the solid state drive first. It had a read speed of 478 and a write speed of 469. And as for the hard disk drive inside, it had a read speed of 111 and a write speed of 106. Moving on to our real-world testing, we first went with Grand Theft Auto 5 on high. We did it with 3 different MSAA levels, both with it off, and then times 2 and times 4. We had readings of 74 FPS, 59 FPS, and 49 FPS, and the GPU's temperature while gaming was at 77. Our second test was with Rise of the Tomb Raider. We ran it on low, medium, and high with the FXAA on. We averaged 73, 59, and 54 FPS. And once again, the GPU's temperature was at 77 degrees Celsius. And as for our final test, we ran Dirt Rally on high with MSAA at ×2, ×4, and ×8. And we averaged 92 FPS, 88 FPS, and 74. The GPU's temperature while testing was also at 77 degrees Celsius. If you're looking to put a personal touch on your machine, be sure to check out our extensive customization options before checkout, including upgrades available to RAM, storage, cooling, overclocking, custom paint, hydro and graphic wraps, laser etching, and much, much more. If you'd like to take a closer look at any of the specific BIOS menu screens, make sure that you pause the video on any of the ones you'd like to view closer. If not, be sure to check out the product link in the description, or leave us any comments down below if you have questions for us here at Exotic PC. I've been Andrew, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for future product overviews and reviews.